22,000.
So, we meet again. Hey you guys, we'll get started in the usual 5 minutes. Whoops, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock East Coast time, okay? In the meantime, when you type in your name today, I'd be really curious if you type in also how old you are, so I can get a sense of how old my viewers and listeners are. So if you do that, hi Alex and Antonella, how you doing? And Aylin in Mineola, Grant, hi. Darcy, how old are you, Darcy? Noah, Ava, how old are you? The grown-ups too, I want to know. Javen and Johan, if there's any grown-ups, hi Lally, Jack and John. If there's any grown-ups in the room, I'd like to know about them and how old they are, if they're willing to say. Hi Kira, Molly's 8, hi Molly. Winona, 7, okay. Bennett, all right, hi Bennett. Corley Kids in Illinois, yep. Chester is 8 in Holly Springs, and Maria's in Texas, hi Maria. Coopers are here, and Levi's 8, and Nora's 6, and another Nora is 6.5, and Ava's 4.5. Ian is 8, and Angelina's 42. Okay. Isabel, hi Isabel. Lyra is here. Is high. We got 4 minutes to go. Kaven is 8, and Ashwin is 6. Abby is 12. Okay. Patty is 8, and her mom, I just missed her mom, sorry. Isabella, Kendall, Ahan, and Asha. Asha's 47. Cora's 6. I'll be honest. Luke's mom is 40-ish. I'm 64. Your brother is 10. Okay. Hey, Ethan is 9 years old. His mom is 43. Javen is 10. Johan is 5. Sophia's in New Jersey. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes to go. Ian is 11. Erica, mommy is 45. Lyra, oops, sorry, it went past too fast. Sandy is 9. Okay. Madison is 5.5. Mikey and Joey are here. Vanya is 10-ish. Finley and Fisher. Somebody said if we could add all our ages together, it would be 61. Liam and Amelia. Charlotte is here, and Lane and Caroline. Abby, Josh, Julie, Maddie, and Abby is 11. We're going to get started in 2, sorry. Aaron is 7. Okay. Marion and Margaret are here. Hi, how you guys? Eliana is 5 years old. Okay. The Phillips clan is 35, 8, 7, and 6. Eli is 11. William, 13. Abby is 11, and Isabel is 6. Liam is 9. Amelia is 7. Alina, hi, in Hendersonville. Kenan is 10. The Markwood crew is here in the house. Okay. And we're going to get started in about a minute or so. And I'll look at all these, after I finish here, I'll look at all these. And hey, you got some cousins and nephews and nieces and uncles and aunts, and get them in here. We still got time. We have a minute and 10 seconds before we're going to get started. Hi, Anthony, 8-year-old Anthony. And April is 9. Okay. Okay. Oliver. Hey, Oliver, in Philly. Okay. Almost ready to go. We got less than a minute now. Everybody get your snacks ready. Get your drinks of water now so you don't miss anything. Hey, Colin and Maeve. All right, we got 45 seconds to go. Carrie's 10. Okay. And Gabriel and Maddie are here in Massachusetts. Hey, Billy Sickles, how old are you? All right, we got about 15, 20 seconds to go. Okay. So I have to take a drink and stop staring at your messages. But I'll look at them later, I promise. Okay. Okay. 15 seconds, 10 seconds. Hey, Marcus. Oh, wait. Okay, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's go time, baby. Hi, Dan Gutman here. I am the guy who writes the My Weird School series and lots of other books for kids too. Welcome to number 92 in My Weird Read Aloud. Yes, we're heading towards 100 next week, but we're 92 today. Let's get right to our question of the day, which is from Carter, Hudson, and Nora, who live in Illinois. And they said, are you going to write any more baseball card adventure books? Yeah, baseball season is finally going to start tomorrow. Baseball season starts. It's going to be a shortened season. There's not going to be any fans in the seats. It's going to be kind of a weird season, but it does start tomorrow. Baseball is my favorite game. I've written a lot of books about baseball, and yeah, I have this baseball card adventure series. It started with Hannes and me way back in 1997, and the most recent book was Willie and Me. There's 12 books in the series. This came out in 2015. And sad to say, I'm sorry for all those who love the series, this is the last book in the series. I'm not doing any more. I did 12 of them. I felt like I told all the great baseball stories I had to tell, and I'm ready to move on to some other things. And if you like these, you should check out my series, The Genius Files and Flashback 4 too. By the way, I want to show you a toy I got. Somebody sent me this this Hannes Wagner here from Hannes and me. It's a little action figure, all right? It's an action figure. It's not a doll. And look, he moves his arms. Look at that. He can hold his bat up, right? And his hat comes off. Whoop. So he's a pretty cool guy, and he's been on my bookshelf for many, many years. Okay, enough of that silliness. It's time for our book of the week, which is this week, as you know, Mr. Sunny is Funny. Takes place during the summer, of course, and Mr. Sunny is, AJ's family is renting a beach house over the summer vacation, and Mr. Sunny is the lifeguard over there. And what else? Okay, so, of course, AJ thinks he's going to have a great summer until Andrea shows up with her family, and also some of AJ's friends show up too, which is nice for him. But Andrea, of course, instantly develops a crush on Mr. Sunny, the lifeguard at the beach. And Mr. Sunny's he's big into sand castles. And there's a big sand castle building contest on the beach this summer. And he's like obsessed with the sand, right? So, okay. Oh, so he's giving a little lesson in first aid on the beach. He's teaching the kids about mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And he's about to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to Andrea when somebody spots a shark in the water. Well, they think it's a shark anyway. It's actually a guy with a fin on his back, and the guy turns out to be Mr. Granite, who becomes a regular character in the series and becomes their third grade teacher next year. So that's kind of a weird thing about this particular book. Anyway, so Andrea is totally in love with Mr. Sunny, and she is actually helping him build his sandcastle. And that's where we left off. She has decided that she's going to grow up and marry Mr. Sunny, even though he's a teenager and like 7 years older than her, but that's not stopping her. Okay, you guys ready for chapter 8, which is titled, Love is Dumb. All right? Gather around your big screen TV, your laptop, your tablet, your smartphone. Here we go. Girls are weird, I told the guys as we walked away from Andrea. You can say that again, Michael said. Girls are weird. We walked down the beach to scope out some of the other sandcastles that people were building. They were really lame. Girls are always falling in love, Ryan said. Ugh, disgusting, we all agreed. I'm never going to fall in love, said Neil, the nude kid. Me neither, said Michael. Love is dumb. Well, if Andrea's in love with Mr. Sunny, at least she won't be bugging me anymore, I told the guys. I think you're jealous, AJ, said Ryan. What? You're jealous that Andrea's in love with Mr. Sunny. I am not, I insisted. R2, Ryan said. You tried to talk her out of being in love with him. I did not. Did too. We went back and forth like that for a while. Oh, come on, AJ, said Michael. It's so obvious you and Andrea are secretly in love. That's why you're so mean to each other. Everybody knows that if you like a girl, you act like you hate her. What? That didn't make any sense. Yeah, Neil said, if you really hated Andrea, you would act nice to her. That would prove that you hate her. My brain hurt. We went up on the boardwalk and bought saltwater taffy with some money my mom gave us. I got a bag of chocolate taffy. Michael got cinnamon taffy. Neil got strawberry taffy. Ryan got broccoli taffy. Ryan will eat anything, even stuff that isn't food. One time he ate part of the seat cushion on the school bus. I thought about what the guys said. Being mean to Andrea showed that I liked her, and being nice would show that I hated her. So, if I wanted the guys to stop teasing me about being in love with Andrea, I would have to be really nice to her. We went back down to the beach to see how Mr. Sonny was doing on his sand castle. He was talking to the sand with his eyes closed. I called Andrea over. I bought you a present, I said, handing her my bag of saltwater taffy. Sweets for the sweet. And here's Jim's picture of AJ handing Andrea a present. A present. Oh, thank you, Arlo, Andrea said. I didn't know you knew Shakespeare. Huh? Sweets to the sweet, she said. Shakespeare wrote that. He did? Ooh, Ryan said. AJ is talking that Shakespeare talked to Andrea and giving her candy. They must be in love. When are you going to get married? Asked Michael. If those guys weren't my best friends, I would hate them. All right, that's chapter 8. You guys ready for chapter 9? All right, chapter 9 is titled Much Ado About Nothing. You can look that up and see where that came from. Me and the guys went back up to the boardwalk. We walked past a Chinese fast food restaurant there. Just seeing it made me hungry. But I couldn't get food because I spent the money my mom gave me on saltwater taffy. And I gave most of the taffy to Andrea. Bummer in the summer. What do you want to do? I asked the guys. I don't know, said Ryan. What do you want to do? I don't know, said Michael. What do you want to do? I asked you first, I said. We went back and forth like that for a while. Finally, Neil, the nude kid, suggested we go booger boarding, which made no sense to me. Who wants to put boogers on a board? But then he said he meant boogie boarding, which is completely different and much more fun. The only problem was that we didn't have a boogie board. We could dig a hole, suggested Ryan. Digging holes is cool, said Michael. Maybe we'll find buried treasure, Neil, the nude kid, said. Then we can use it to buy some food. We went down to the beach to dig a hole. My friend Billy, who lives around the corner, told me that if you dig a hole deep enough, it will go all the way to China. Hey, I told the guys, if we dig a hole to China, maybe we'll end up near a Chinese restaurant. I'll bet they'll give us Chinese food. Then we won't even need to find buried treasure, Michael said. Great idea, AJ, said Ryan. That's why I'm in the gifted and talented program at school. The four of us started digging with our hands. I could almost taste the Chinese food we were going to get once we reached China. Hey, Ryan said, what's the deal with jumbo shrimp? It's either jumbo or it's shrimpy. It can't be both. Yeah, said Michael. And how can you have sweet and sour pork? Either it's sweet or it's sour. What's up with that? Yeah, I said. And how do they know which ribs are the spare ones? Chinese food is weird. We were all digging in the sand when the strangest thing in the history of the world happened. Hey, Neil suddenly shouted, "There's something down here!" "What is it?" I asked. "Buried treasure?" "No, it's a hand." "Ah!" we all screamed. "And the fingers are moving." "Ah!" we all screamed. "It's the sand monster," I shouted. "My sister told me about it. It's a zombie and it eats boys." "Run for your lives," shouted Neil. That's when this giant human-shaped creature pushed its way out from under the sand. And here's Jim's picture of the creature pushing its way out through the sand. It stood up. "Ah!" we all screamed. The sand monster started shaking sand off itself. And that's when I realized it wasn't a sand monster at all. It was Mr. Granite, that weird guy who swam all the way from Australia. Here's Jim's picture of Mr. Granite after he shook the sand off of himself. "Thanks for digging me up, blokes," said Mr. Granite. "I must have dozed off on the beach. I guess some kids covered me with sand as a prank." Then he just walked away like that was completely normal. Mr. Granite sure has a weird way of popping up out of nowhere. Down the beach we saw that Mr. Sunny had put up a big fence around his sand castle. I guess he was afraid that somebody might damage it before the judging. A bunch of kids were watching him work on the castle, but Andrea wasn't around. "Where's Andrea?" I asked Mr. Sunny. "I cannot talk right now, dude," he replied. "I must have silence with the sand." We found Andrea down by the water, reading one of her Shakespeare books. She looked like she had been crying. "What's your problem?" I asked Andrea. "Mr. Sunny won't talk to me," she said, dabbing her eyes with a tissue. He always says he needs to be alone with his sand. These words are razors to my wounded heart. This was the unkindest cut of all. Oh, I am fortune's fool. Alas, I am a woman, friendless, hopeless. That Shakespeare talk is really annoying. But I never saw Andrea cry before. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. That's when I got the greatest idea in the history of the world. I could prove once and for all that I didn't like Andrea. I know how you can get Mr. Sunny to notice you, I told Andrea. You should pretend to drown. Mr. Sunny will have to save you. The guys all agreed that I was a genius and that I should get the Nobel Prize. That's a prize they give out to people who don't have bells. It would never work, Andrea said. I've been taking swimming lessons since I was 3. I'm an excellent swimmer. Mr. Sunny doesn't know that, I told her. Just fake it and pretend you can't swim. But that would be like lying, Andrea said. Andrea doesn't know the first thing about lying. Lying is when you say your dog ate your homework when you don't even have a dog. Pretending to drown isn't lying, I told her. You can't tell a lie if you don't talk. And if you're drowning, you don't talk. Except to yell help, of course. Actually, drowning people say glub, 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 said Michael. I saw that in a movie once. First they yell help, Ryan said, and then they say glub, 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 as they're drowning. I don't care what drowning people say, Andrea yelled. I won't do it. Sheesh, what a grouch. All right, that's chapter 9. Tomorrow we're going to pick this up at chapter 10, which is titled The Sander Piece. But before we go, how about our joke of the day? Our joke of the day today comes from Benjamin from New York. And Benjamin said, what do you call a dinosaur with a very large vocabulary? What do you call a dinosaur with a very large vocabulary? A thesaurus, of course. Get it? All right. Thank you, Benjamin, for that joke. And let's thank Josh Salzman and Ryan Cunningham for our theme song. It's time for you to get off the couch, stop staring at screens, and do what I do. You ready? Let's do this thing.
My weird school, I'm AG and my school's a mess. My weird school, before a school is fine, I guess. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. Where Mrs. Yonkers is bonkers, you know Daisy is crazy, Mrs. Cootie is loony, and the lady is zany. And then there's a principal, his name's Mr. Klutz. And
Man, oh man, is that man nuts?
my weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school, oh yeah, it's my weird school.
All right, you guys. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Until then, read like crazy. And of course, wash your hands like crazy too. Bye now.